Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsam Shri Rupam Chakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathantam Tvam Sadivam Shadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sadhana Lalita Sri Vishakanitam Sham Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hi, Krishna. I know some have your japa bags out, but we're actually going to go right into the training. So Vaisheshika Prabhu has asked us if we can create lines. So you'll be facing someone across. So maybe we can have one line up here, facing this way, and another line up over here, facing them. Good. Yes, facing each other. Good thing we're not making a circle, because that would be hard. We can make lineups. So be standing up, if you don't mind, as Vaisheshika Prabhu comes in just a minute or so. You don't need your mats. You're good. Yeah, we're standing up. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. So again, if you're a part of the training today, even if you're not part of the training, come join us. It's a lot of fun. So yes, we're going to have a lineup here facing this way and another lineup in front of you facing you. So you should have a partner essentially. So yeah, we'll have a lineup right here and one lineup over here. That might be too much. So yeah, we can have one lineup. Sorry, we have one lineup right over here and another one facing them. And Prabhus, you can come on this side. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, and if there's not enough space, we'll start another lineup over here. Perfect, thank you, Mataji. So you already were on top of it. Yes. Went by and then there's one more there. I don't think there's a So maybe we can make this one, like we can start another lineup here just because it seems a bit crowded there. Yeah. So, thank you, Nityananda Prabhu. He was the only one who listened. So we already have a setup over here. So maybe we can take two pairs and you can come over here just so that there's enough space for everybody over there. So we'll take another pair over there. Perfect. All right. Yeah, Prabhu, you can come over too. Yeah. Then you guys can kind of spread out a little bit. Prabhu, you can follow your partner over there. More people are coming, so we'll have a partner standing in front of you. I work with children, so usually we do like, if you can't touch the person beside you with your arms outstretched, that's a good enough space. Yeah, arms distance. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. So for those who are joining the training, even if you're not, still join us because it's a lot of fun. We're making two lineups that are facing each other, so essentially you'll have a partner. So once, Pradhan Mridanga Prabhu, you can come right here. Perfect. We'll start the next lineup over here. So again, you can make another lineup here. Maybe we can ask some of the pairs to come on this side just so there's enough space. Whoops. Enough space for everybody. So Pradhan Mridanga Prabhu and Prabhu, if you want to come over here, we'll make another lineup. Thank you, Prabhus. And we can have another lineup here that's facing this line. Yeah, so we'll have like pairs. So you're going to be looking at each other. So Prabhu, if you want to come over on this side. Lovely. And make sure that you have enough space between each other. All right. You can be wherever you'd like, as long as you have someone who's facing you.
Thank you. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you so desire, please empower us to help spread the Sankirtan movement through book distribution. Thank you for considering our request. You're all hereby deputized to spread Krishna consciousness through book distribution. Today, I'm going to give a brief summary of a few templates. Template isn't absolute, it's just a suggestion of some ways that you can present a book so that you know what you're doing when you go out. You may want to innovate from that once you learn the template. That's what I suggest. It gives confidence to know a little bit how to do it. And right now, to start, I'm going to talk about how to distribute a Bhagavad Gita on its own merit. And
Can I switch this microphone? This one's louder.
And if I may have a Bhagavad Gita, and if everyone on one side of the line can also have a Bhagavad Gita. Do we have enough for that? This is Bhagavad Gita as it is. It's a hardback edition. And it has everything in and on the book that you can use to present to somebody. So there's several steps in presenting a book. First is to make conscious contact with those who you would like to speak to. There is a scale starting at 1 and going to 10 of the responses that you'll get from people that you approach. And in order for you to be successful in approaching somebody, I recommend that you deal with people who are at 5.1 and above. At 5 and below, if you attempt to make a conscious contact with the person, they'll be standoffish, which means that at a 1, they'll pretend like you don't exist. At a 5, they'll give you a smile, but they won't show their teeth. And they may just keep walking or go like this. At a 5.1, they may show their teeth and appreciate that you're waving to them. So what's the first step? Make conscious contact, connection with somebody, with another soul. And then observe where they are on the spectrum. If somebody's a 7 or an 8, as soon as you say, hi, they'll come over to you and they'll say, where have you been all my life? I've been looking for the Bhagavad Gita. It just happened the other day in Denver when we were going door to door. And one of the last places we went was at the bottom of the apartment. And the woman opened the door, and at first she said she was in a hurry. Then she saw we had Bhagavad Gita, and then she wanted us to come in, and she wanted to buy it right away. So we're selecting rather than trying to convince. What are we doing? So observe and see, what is a person's inclination? It starts at 1, goes to 10, and once you make a conscious connection with somebody, then it's helpful to qualify them before you hand them something. For instance, you have a book to hand them, but if I just walked up to anybody and say, here, they're not sure why I'm doing it. And if you lead with your book when you're walking around like this, people see you and they'll likely run away because they have a sense that you're going to ask them to do something and they're not sure what it is. Better keep the book under your arm or on the table or in the bag and first make a conscious connection, which can be easily done in human society by waving and saying hello in whatever language the person speaks. Hi. Hello. Was he on a scale of 1 to 10, where was he? No, he was like a 6. Where was he? No, he was about a 7. He was higher. He was like, ah. So every person, hi. He's a 5.2. Somebody be a 4. Hi. No, that's a 6. Hi. No, somebody be a 4. Hi. That's a 4. They don't want to talk to you. It's shastric. You don't have to talk to them. In fact, you're asked not to. If they're not interested, you should humbly let them go as quickly as possible. Don't engage. Don't get disappointed. Just select and keep going through like a fruit picker. You're just trying each, or maybe you go to whatever the grocery store here is in Canada. I don't know what they call them. Metro. You go to the Metro, you're looking for avocados. You keep trying them. It's like, that's the one. Not this, not this, not this. The other ones, you don't worry about it. They're not yours. The right point is yours. So the next thing is, if you ask a qualifying question, not a yes or no question, but a question that's open-ended. So I might say, I'm from California. Where are you from? Really? India. I love India. What part are you from? Punjab. Sat Sri Akal. Guru Nanak. So immediately I'm finding something to relate. If I ask anybody where they're from and they say, I'm from Where's anybody else from? Iran. And I say, Iran, I love Iran. And I say, yes. And if you like where they're from, if you can appreciate something about it, if you can say something about it, then you have a connection. So the first part is not handing a book to somebody and start telling them what it's about. It's to see what level they're at, then make a conscious connection, a friendship with them based on some common understanding. And I tell them first where I'm from. I'm from San Francisco. Where are you from? England. India. What part of India? Goa. No wonder you look so healthy. You live by the beach. Fantastic. Goa is beautiful. So there I have some common ground to start with. And as soon as I find out where they're from, then I'll say, from San Francisco to Punjab. And it's personal that way. But as I'm handing the book over, I'm telling him a little bit about it so he has an idea what's in it for him. So this is what I'd say. Books on yoga and meditation, everyone repeat. That show you how to get free from stress. Books on yoga and meditation that show you how to get free from stress. Books on yoga and meditation that show you how to get free from stress. By the time the book hits his hand, I'm saying the word stress. Books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress. Okay, so what are the main parts that you've learned so far? Conscious connection. How do you do that? Hi. What do you do with your book? You go like this, right? What do you do with it? It's not part of the equation yet. It doesn't enter in until you make a conscious connection, right? Okay, conscious connection, then what? And ask a qualifying question. Qualifying question means they're not sure why you're going to hand the book, why they're qualified more than somebody else. So I say, I'm from California, where are you from? Punjab. Are you really from Punjab? All right then. Books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress. Everything in my countenance is showing that, oh, if you're from Punjab, I'm going to show you the book. You're qualified. That's the idea of a qualifying question. And then I say, books on shows you how to. Okay, so each one of you is facing somebody, right? One on this side has a book, the other one doesn't. Is everyone lined up with a partner? Just do the first part. The first several parts that you saw me do, and I just talked to you. On your mark, get set, go. Keep the book out of your hand. Get the book out of your hands. No, don't hold it in your hand. Okay. If you can hear me, raise your hand. If you can hear me, say shh. How'd it go? Okay, first of all, I saw a lot of you doing this. Sleepwalking through. Get in the habit, keeping the book back. It's out of your hands. You can't harm them. They know that you're not coming with something loaded. And then you were able to make conscious contact? Was there another conscious living entity on the other side? That's what you're looking for. Did you get a 5, 6, 7, 8? And in this exercise, be a 6 and above. Don't try to stymie the process. Just cooperate so everyone can go through it. Okay, so the next part is once I hand the book over, books on, where's my Punjabi friend? Oh, there you are. Books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress. And now I'm going to ask another question. Why do I ask questions? Because questions are what lead the conversation. So instead of telling, I'm asking. So the next question I ask, you've heard of stress, right?
Not really today.
Really? That's amazing because you don't look stressed at all. In fact, and don't mind me saying this, you look spiritual. Everyone turn to somebody, their partner, and say, you look spiritual. Okay. So here it is. Books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress. You've heard of stress, right? See, if he says yes, it's okay, because they say, yeah, it's funny though, you don't look stressed at all. Or if he says, I haven't heard of stress, I was like, I can tell, because you don't look stressed at all. It's leading to the next question, and the next question is the most important question, or most important thing you're going to ask, followed by another question. So the statement is, you look spiritual. 3 words. You look spiritual. You look spiritual. You look spiritual. Now here comes the next question. Are you ready? Say yes. What's your secret? You look spiritual. What's your secret? Now the reason that this is very powerful is because when we're distributing books, people feel that we're condescending. We're interrupting them when they're walking along, and our very presence says, your life's messed up, we're going to fix you up. That's why they resist. They're like, I'm fine, I don't need some religion. So they're resisting you. So what we're doing now is we're bringing them as insiders. What's more, we're making them the authority. I'm no longer the authority, I'm handing the authority over to him. So what I'm saying is, you really don't look stressed. What's your secret? And now what's he going to say? Let's hear.
No secrets as of now.
You must just be a natural then.
Can't really say.
Yeah, you're very humble. That's one of the first signs of spirituality. So some people, when you say, what's your secret? They'll say, I smoke marijuana. Other people will say that, I'm very organized. We've got mode of ignorance, mode of passion, mode of goodness, like, I meditate. You'll find any combination of these things, or I already know all these things, and it's like, I know, I could tell by looking at you, you look so spiritual. So that's the next part. Are you ready? Okay, now, remember what I said? Don't keep the book in your hand, put it here. Practice putting it here. Get it out of your hands, right here. When you're talking to people, keep it out of your hands, because it means you're loaded, ready to shoot something. So try up to the point where where you ask the question, what's your secret? You want to try? Yes. 3, get with your partner. 3, 2, 1. All the way from the beginning. Get book out of your hand. Go. Hi. Hi. Got stacks ready?
The Saptarishi?
Yeah. Can we tie it up?
Sure.
Get a ribbon. Oh, it's got it. Haribol. Prabhu. It's fine. I couldn't see that it was tied, that's all. What about Arabic? Is that the only 2 titles we have?
I can see if we have more. Maybe we'll have a Bhagavad Gita as well.
Put that in a stack.
Okay.
Okay. Hi. I'm from California. Where are y'all from? Where? Punjab? Sat Sri Akal. From California? Now, when you hand the book over, you're telling them books on yoga and meditation that show you how to get free from stress. And you'll notice the book is making a flight from San Francisco to Toronto. It's like this. Books on yoga and meditation show you how to get free from stress. Put it on a flight. I saw some of you like jamming it over. Give it a little time, the arc of the book, while you're telling him what's in it for him, okay? And then how did it go with what's your secret? Did you ask the question? Okay, so what you're doing when you ask, what's your secret? You say, you don't look stressed, and don't mind. I have to tell you this. You look spiritual. Then you ask the question, what's your secret? And what happens when you ask them, when you tell them they look spiritual? They suddenly become self-realized. Just like when you come out of your ashram in the morning and someone says, you look tired. How do you feel the rest of the day? If someone says, you look terrible, how do you feel? You're looking in the mirror all day thinking, I think I need a little work done. So when you say you look spiritual, they suddenly remember, actually, I'm a spiritual soul. I'm meant to be in the spiritual world of Krishna. So there's a moment of enlightenment. It's very subtle, but you'll feel it. And they'll start to come out of the bodily conception of life. And that's when you ask them, what's your secret? And then how did that go, asking them? You get to know more about them. Yeah, they'll reveal themselves. And at this point is when you put them on the Vyasasana and you get down on the ground and you're saying, what's your secret? That's the mood of it. It's like, wow, you're amazing. You're spiritual. And you get down and you say, please, you now tell me. You teach me. It's no longer, I'm here to teach you. I'm going to tell you. It's like, you already know this book. You're spiritual. I want to hear, I'm going to learn from you. What's your secret? Tells the secret. And then in the mood of, okay, you already know all this. Then I say, next point is, can you hold this for me? I've given him the book. I've asked him what his secret is. He told me that.
I usually play around.
That he plays around a lot, so his spirit is very free. So then I say, fantastic. Here, I'll show you really quick. Say that. How fast are we going to show? Because his mind's thinking, is this going to be a Srimad Bhagavatam class? How long is it going to take for this thing to be over? So I'm saying, okay, here, I'll show you really quick. I take the book back from his hand, and then I start to, would you hold this for me? I start to show him, hold this right here, what's in and on the book. So on the back cover, we have a couple of names. What do you have? Thoreau, Emerson, Gandhi. You can add your own names. You can mention, say, this is a famous book, Thoreau, Emerson, Gandhi. Everyone say that. Point to the back of your book, Thoreau, Emerson, Gandhi. Then you can throw in a few more. You can say, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Albert Einstein, the Beatles, Tupac Shakur. So there you've got seven names. Thoreau, Emerson, Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Albert Einstein, the Beatles, Tupac Shakur. They're all people that have made some comment on the Bhagavad Gita, and they cover a spectrum of culture. And then, after that, you can open and say, show one of the pages. Look and see if you've got Sanskrit in your book. Did you get one of the ones with Sanskrit in it? Okay. You can point to the Sanskrit and say, this is a famous book. It's been translated hundreds of times. And then I'll show this, the Sanskrit. See if you can find Sanskrit in your book. And show him and say, can you read this? What's this? He said, no. I said, oh, I was just testing you. I'm just kidding. Then I turn to the front. Open your book. And if you're with a partner who doesn't have a book, show them the book. Look in the front, and you're going to find some universities. See the very first cover past the glossy page? The first page past the glossy page. You got it? Right here, look. Look. Look at the bottom of the first page. It says, University of Southern California. Say University of Southern California. Turn the page. Turn the page. What's at the bottom there? Has anybody heard of University of Southern California or Georgetown? Raise your hand if you haven't heard of it. Not heard of it? Okay, they're famous. So you can just mention two really quick. See, this particular version is used academic, University of Southern California, Georgetown University, and now you turn to your first picture. open to your first picture, which is changing bodies. Do it really as fast as you can. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages in. You got it? You see this? Can you see this? Changing bodies. Pictures are in one clump in the middle. It's on page, the pictures start on page 428. Check and see if you can find them. Take a look at somebody else's if you don't have a book. Here it is. You see the picture? Please say yes. Okay, this is the first picture you can show. Okay, look it. Now I'm showing him really quick, right? I showed him what? Thoreau, Emerson, Gandhi. I just threw out a bunch of names, the Beatles, Tupac Shakur. Then I go to the first page and I show 2 universities I show. Now I'm showing a picture. This is the third thing I'm showing. And this is, look it. We all start here. We end up here. We're just passing through. See this? We start here. We end up here. We're just passing through. Like, life is a quick journey. Everyone say, we're here. We end up here. Life's a quick journey. And now I can ask him, where are you in this?
Where are you? Oh, I'm here.
He showed right here. Somewhere. Okay, next page. Turn the page, and you see the plate number 7. Look at plate number 7. It's a sage, he sees with equal vision. Samadarshina. And so we say here, look at, this shows a self-realized person treats everybody with respect because he or she sees there's a spiritual being within everyone's heart. Repeat after me. This shows a self-realized person. Such a person treats everybody with respect. Because they see there's a spirit within everyone's heart. And now you can ask another question. You ready? You've heard of karma, right?
Yeah. Yes.
What does it mean to you?
What goes around comes around.
Whoa. Do this. Whoa. I really like the way you put things. Okay, so ask me if I've heard of karma.
Yep.
Yes? Well, like, you know, there's rainbows and squirrels and all kinds of far out stuff. Whoa. I really like the way you put things. And now here's another mantra that you could always keep and add in anywhere, beginning, middle, and end, or all of the above. I really like the way you put things. If more people in the world thought like you, the world would be a better place to live. Yeah. So you've heard of karma before, right?
Yeah.
What does it mean to you?
It means whatever you do, sin or something good, it comes back to you.
Whoa. I really like the way you put things. If more people in the world thought like you, it would be a better world to live in. And now I ask the next question is, what do you do professionally?
I'm a bakery mixer. Bakery mixer.
You're kidding me, right? Because this guy used to be a bakery mixer. Now, say you're a Sunday school teacher. What do you do professionally?
What do you do professionally? Oh,
Say Sunday school. What do you do professionally? Sunday school.
Sunday school teacher.
You're kidding me, right? This guy used to be a Sunday school teacher. Whatever they say, and try to get more specific, if they say engineer, say, really? What kind of engineer? And then you say, Electrical engineer. Electrical? This guy used to be electrical engineer. And then that's when you got the book like this, and as soon as they laugh, 50% of the people will laugh right away, and the other 50% will say, really? Because they're trying to be respectful. And then I'll say, no, not really, I'm just kidding, and then they laugh. Now he's laughing. As soon as he laughs, close the book and say, we don't sell it. That's the first thing you say when you're handing it back. We don't sell it, because that's what will make his hand open. We don't sell it like in a bookstore. We just ask for a donation. They cost around 10 to print. Anything you give over that is a donation. We don't need the money, but it's an ancient principle called dakshina. When you give something in return for spiritual knowledge, it connects you to the teachers who pass it down, and then it allows you to enter deeply within the knowledge. Okay, you all ready to do the next parts? Let me run through it, thank you. I'll run through it really quick. Conscious connection. Next part is ask a qualifying question. Repeat after me. Next part is tell them once they're qualified, you hand over the book, say books on yoga and meditation shows how to get free from stress. Ask another question. You've heard of stress, right? Doesn't matter if they say yes or no. If they say yes, of course I've heard of stress, then you say, really? You don't look stressed at all. Then you ask the next question. Oh, you say, really, because you look, don't mind me saying this, but you look spiritual. What's your secret? And then he tells me the secret. He's a baker. So then I say, oh, fantastic. Here, I'll show you really quick. And then I take the book back, and what do I show on the back page? A few names. Just name them, and then I show the Sanskrit. If you want, you can say, can you read this? And when they say no, then you say, I was just kidding. It's all translated into English. Then you can show in the front and say, out of all the versions, this has become very popular academically. You can show USC and Georgetown. Then you turn to which picture? And you say, look, life's a quick journey. Where are you in this? Then you turn to the next page, and you say, look, a self-realized person treats everyone with? Because they see the spirits in everyone's heart. Then you ask another question. You've heard of? They say, yes. They go, what does it mean to you? They say whatever they say and go, whoa, I really like the way you put things. If more people in the world thought like you, you'd be a better place to live. What do you do professionally? He says, I'm a baker. And I say, you're kidding me, right? This guy used to be a baker. And as soon as he laughs, then we don't sell it like in a bookstore. We only ask a donation. They cost around 10 for printing and handling. Anything you give over that is a donation. We don't need the money. It's an ancient principle. When you give something in return for spiritual knowledge, it connects you to the teachers who have passed it down. Okay, do up to that point the best you can with your partner. I'll give you 3.5 minutes. 3, 2, 1. Get the book out of your hand. Go. quick. Thoreau, Emerson, Gandhi, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Albert Einstein, the Beatles, Tupac Shakur. They all read this. It's been translated over 500 times. Can you read that? I was just testing it. It's all translated in English. Here, I'll show you. Out of all the different versions, this has become the most popular academic book. USC, Georgetown University. And here it is in a nutshell. We're all just passing through. Life's like a quick journey, right? You start here, you end up here. Where are you in this?
Right now I'm here.
Okay, I'm over here. I'll see if I can. Look at it. This shows a self-realized person treats everybody with respect and kindness. Because that person sees it, there's a spirit in everyone's heart. You do it normal, right? What does it mean to you?
Come on, like what goes around comes.
Realize the way you put things. More people who go like you, what do you do professionally?
So I'm doing IT training.
IT. This guy used to be into IT. We don't sell them like in a bookstore. We only ask for donation. They cost us about 10 to print. Anything you get over that is a donation. We don't need the money, but it's an ancient tradition. When you give something back, it allows you to connect to the previous teachers who passed it down. Okay, now you try it to me.
Okay.
First, get the book out of your hand, put it under your arm like that. Yeah. Hi,
Hi friend, how are you?
I'm from.
Where from?
No, you're from.
Oh, I'm from India.
Where are you? Where am I from? So first, tell where you're from. Introduce yourself. I'm from India. Where are you from?
Okay, I'm from India. Where are you from?
I'm from San Francisco.
Oh,
I love San Francisco.
I love India.
Okay, then you can say from Delhi to San Francisco, and give me the book.
From Delhi to Francisco.
And say on the way when you're handing it over, tell what it's about. Books on yoga and meditation.
Books on yoga meditation.
Shows you how to get free from.
Free from stress. So here is the book from Delhi to Francisco, and it's free from stress.
Yeah, shows you how to get free from stress.
Shows you how to get free from stress.
Ask the question. You've heard of stress, right?
Yeah.
Ask me.
Have you heard about stress?
Yeah.
What's the meaning of stress?
Let's say no. You don't look stressed.
Oh, you don't look stressed.
And then you say, you look spiritual.
You look spiritual.
What's your secret?
What's your secret?
Okay, do that part again.
So here's the book from
Books on yoga, abbreviate. Books on yoga and meditation
Books on yoga and meditation.
shows you how to get free from stress.
Shows you how to get free from stress.
And ask the question.
And
You've heard of
have you heard about
stress, right?
Yeah, you heard of stress, right?
Yes.
But you look spiritual. But
You look peaceful. You don't look stressed.
you look peaceful. You don't look stressed. What's the secret behind?
And you look, don't mind me saying, but you look spiritual. Say that.
Don't mind me saying, but you look spiritual.
Perfect. What's your secret?
What's your secret?
Do all that again. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Hi.
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 Hi. I'm Gaurav.
Delhi,
I'm from India, Delhi. Where are you from?
California.
Oh, I love California.
Great.
So here's the book from Delhi to California. The books about yoga and meditation. Get to get
Shows you,
rid of.
shows you how to get free from
How to get free from stress.
stress.
Yeah. So have you heard about stress?
Yeah.
You don't look stressed. What's the reason behind?
You don't look stressed. You look very peaceful.
You don't look stressed. You look very peaceful
In fact,
and
fast,
fast.
you look spiritual.
And you look spiritual.
What's your secret? Just like I try to meditate.
Oh, that sounds really good.
And then I'll show you really quick when you take it back.
Yeah, and
Now what are you going to show me?
yeah, and
I'll show you really quick.
I show you really quick. So
Thoreau, Emerson, Gandhi.
through Harrison
Okay,
Gandhi.
we got to go back to the.
Okay.
You got a long way. We'll get you the rest.
What is the line? We don't need the money, but it's an ancient tradition.
We have cards with everything on it.
Okay.
We'll give it to you. Okay. If you can hear me, raise your hand. If you can hear me, say shh. How's it going? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being you got it all down. 8, 10, 9, 7, 8, 6. Did you get a chance to practice? Did you make any valuable mistakes and get correction? Okay, so we have some cards that are at a glance that we've printed, and it takes you through the different steps. So you can study the card and look at it to take you through, okay? And another thing you can do if it's your first time and you want to present a book to somebody, and by the way, today you're not expected to sell anything, do anything, perform. We're just going out to see what it feels like to walk out the door. So don't feel like you have to do this today, but you can watch and see how it goes. And if you decide to do it and you feel unsure, you can tell somebody when you meet them, it's like, this is my first time doing this. I'm following this card. Could you hold it and tell me if I do it right? Because then they have a lot of compassion for you and they say, okay, go ahead, go ahead. And then they help walk you through it. And they go, no, 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 you're supposed to show me the picture here. And then ask me for a donation. It's like, okay. All right, so I gave you a little introduction there. We don't have unlimited time, but we'll come back to this. I want to go to the next process, and that is a stack. May I have a stack, please? Thank you. What's a stack? It's several books bound together, usually with ribbon. Today we have with fishing line. It's a metaphor. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 books. So what you do with a stack of books is a similar start to qualify the person, and then when you show the book or the stack of books, then what you would do is say one sentence about each one. And if someone will hold the mic for me, you can just show really quickly what each one is. And you could say something, these are stories for enlightenment. It's like a storybook, but by hearing the stories in this, it brings you to the point of enlightenment. The next book, this is called The Nectar of Devotion. This shows how to find the highest happiness within your heart. This one's called the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's a story of a king who gave up his kingdom and he attained self-realization. This one is the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. He is a barefoot monk. He walked door to door for many years, teaching the ultimate practice of self-realization. This book's the Bhagavad Gita. It's the most famous of all. People have read it all over the world, like Thoreau, Emerson, Gandhi, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Albert Einstein, the Beatles, Tupac Shakur. It's used in USC, Georgetown University, and all over the world. You may have heard of it before. And the final one is our bestseller called The Science of Self-Realization. They say, how much do you think these would be in a bookstore?
$50.
$50? Well, today we're not selling it. We take a donation. They cost us altogether $30 to print. So anything you give over that is a donation that helps us to print more books. And you can keep the whole stack. Okay? Did everybody get that? So the lines I used, I just made them up on the spot for what each one is. But if you have a choice, and we can write them down if it helps you, but if you have a choice word that gives some variety to each one of them, Self-Realization, most famous book on the process of yoga. You can say yoga, you could say meditation, self-realization, and point out each book. That's how you do a stack. We're not doing a lot of stacks today, but I just wanted you to know that. And next thing I'm going to show you, you can take that back and trade it for Farsi books and Arabic. Salam alaikum. Madhava kifelak, alhamdulillah, Allah Akbar. So when you have these books and you meet somebody who speaks Arabic, then, and may I have my language cards, please? I want to teach you the easiest book distribution that you'll ever do. And that is, when you meet somebody who doesn't speak your language, here's what you do. If you find out that they speak a different language or they speak both your language and something else, then you can hand them the books because they'll be interested that it's in their own language. And you don't have to say anything except for they're bringing the language cards now. They're language cards that you can carry with you. When you identify that somebody speaks Spanish, what other languages? Mandarin, Cantonese, French, whatever it is. We have all the languages translated. May I? Here's all you do when somebody doesn't speak your language and you don't speak their language, but you have the book in their language. You hand it to them, and then just all you have to figure out is the right card to hand them. So this is Arabic, right? So this one's labeled Arabic. This has Arabic on the back. I hand them the Arabic card, and then I stand in mountain pose like this, and I don't move. He reads it. I don't say anything because he knows that I know that he knows what it means. And then, once he reads the card, he'll give a donation, and that's your transaction. So anybody you meet, if they speak another language, find out which language they speak, give them the language book in their language, pick out the right card, and hand it to them. It's that easy. Okay? And then finally, as I promised, I'm going to teach you how to approach an Indian. I'll borrow another Bhagavad Gita. First, I'm going to show you what not to do. I'll take my Punjabi best friend back. What not to do when you meet an Indian is say, "Hi, California, where are you from?" Punjab. Really fantastic. Here, from America to Punjab. What am I just doing here? I'm handing an Indian a Bhagavad Gita. That's like approaching somebody from America who's a Christian and saying, here's the Bible. And Indians, when you hand them a Bhagavad Gita, they start to freak out because they're guilty that they're not reading the Bhagavad Gita. So I never hand them a book, and I never hand them a card. I don't hand them anything. California, where are you from? India. What part of India? Punjab. I love Punjab. Sat Sri Akal. Well, we're doing something that you already know. In fact, your mother reads Bhagavad Gita. Your grandmother memorized Bhagavad Gita. And you have a Bhagavad Gita at home. What we're doing is something you already know. In fact, and now please repeat after me, as you know, better than I. This is a famous book that's needed all over the world. The real wealth of India is the knowledge, and people are missing this. So you already know this, and I keep coming back to this. You already know this, you already have it. And I'm not handing them the book. I say, but what we're doing is we're printing this in many languages and distributing all over the world for the benefit of the world. And today is a fundraiser. Say fundraiser. We're collecting money. Go ahead, it's okay to say it. We're collecting money. And everyone's just giving donations to help so we can print the books and spread them all over the world. So we just asked for a donation. At that point, be very happy to help because you haven't insulted him by handing him a Bhagavad Gita where he feels guilty that why am I getting a Bhagavad Gita? I should know this, and he'll even say that. I already know it. We already have it. My mother reads Bhagavad Gita. My grandmother memorized Bhagavad Gita. Why are you giving me this book? You acknowledge that he already knows Bhagavad Gita. His mother reads Bhagavad Gita. His grandmother memorized Bhagavad Gita. And that's his domain. And then you tell him what we're doing and let him in on it, and he'll be happy to help, right? Go ahead. He'll be happy to help, and then he'll just say, like how much? And they'll give a credit card, and you can swipe it. And then, after he gives the donation, that's when you start loading the books, because he'll give $50, $100 as a donation to help spread Bhagavad Gita. Then you give him a whole stack of books. Give him like those 7 or whatever you have to for the donation that he gives, and he'll be really happy to get the books. So with Indians, the first rule of thumb is don't try handing them a Bhagavad Gita. It's like handing a Bible to a Christian, and they immediately feel guilty, and then they close down. Okay? Any questions? Yes.
My question is, this is a great learning for fundraiser when we go outside. But how do we connect with people who are coming into the temple, and if they are Indians?
Same way that I just said. You can tell them the worthy cause that we're doing and that we're collecting money for our main mission, which is to spread the jewel of India all over the world. What other question?
I think the most common thing we hear is, I'm good. So how do you respond when someone says this?
Whenever you get an objection or something where somebody says they already have something, you immediately acknowledge it and overemphasize it. So you say you're good. I'm good.
I'm good.
I know. I could tell. In fact, if I'm with somebody, I'll say, we've been watching you. We saw you from way down there, and both of us said, that person looks good. And you know, that's why we picked you out. And so you take whatever they say as like, I'm out, I'm good. You know, it's like, and then you just like really lean into that. Like, yeah, that's the main reason we picked you. Or, I already give. It's like, we could tell. Yeah, we saw you. We've been talking about it. We saw you from way down there. You look like a generous person, like somebody who's always giving. We could pick up the vibration from half a block away. So take what they say and you just turn it into like almost well, anyway, you get the idea.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. I have a question. I'm Indian. What if I meet an Indian on the street and I'm trying to give them the Bhagavad Gita? Do I say the same thing, or is it different?
No, don't give the Indians a book.
Right. No. What do I do if I meet an Indian but I'm also Indian? Is there anything different?
No, don't give them a book because, oh, sorry, I don't know what I'm taking. If you give an Indian a book, they'll start, and again, these are suggestions. There's exceptions to every one of these cases, but I'm saying in general, what works best with Indians, even if you're an Indian, or especially if you're an Indian, because they'll see an Indian telling them that you should be reading Bhagavad Gita, and then they feel even worse. So my suggestion is, when you meet an Indian, glorify the fact that they're from India, glorify the fact that they already know Bhagavad Gita, that their mother reads Bhagavad Gita, their grandmother memorized Bhagavad Gita, it's been in their family for years. Take all those excuses and preemptively hand them to them and say, I already know you're great, I already know you read Bhagavad Gita, you love Bhagavad Gita, this is not for you. In fact, that's one of the other mantras. People, no. I say, yeah, I agree. This is not for you. You already know this. Your mother read Bhagavad Gita. Your grandmother memorized Bhagavad Gita. Your ancestors, they had their own copy of Bhagavad Gita written by hand. You know, overemphasize the fact that they already know Bhagavad Gita. That way they feel safe. Then you can tell them that we're spreading it all over the world. And then you can say it's a fundraiser. We have about 3,000 people out today collecting donations. And one of the ways I tell Indians that we're collecting donations, I say, this is Madhukari. You know what that is? Some of them know, some of them don't. I say, it's like a little bee. The bee goes around to every little flower and just takes a little bit from each flower. So we just ask everyone to help out. It's a fundraiser. We're just asking for money. And then they'll be happy to give. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Another question.
Thank you, Maharaj.
My question is, how can we brace ourselves to not increase the speed of our talking?
You got to practice.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry if you're clunky. It takes a while to do some reps, just like Madunga. You play Madunga, so you know the first time you learn Din Tanakadina, you're sitting there for half an hour or an hour, and then it's like, Dinta what? And then pretty soon you get into a rhythm. So you got to do it over and over and over again. So practice will get you in a more spontaneous mode. So it just comes out naturally. So don't worry about making mistakes when you start. Mistakes are good because you'll learn from them. You just have to practice it. Okay? Okay.
So my question is related to distribution of books, especially taking permissions at a plaza, say, because I have faced a situation in which I went to Fortino's asking for permission. One employee gave us a permission. Next day we showed up distributing books, and someone goes inside of another religion. He goes around, say, they are selling Bhagavad Gita, they are trying to convert other religions, and the manager shows up and throws out a bunch of words and asks us to go out.
How often does that happen? 1 out of 20, 1 out of 30, 1 out of 5?
I went in for a second time. First time it was good. We distributed in
No, I
Brampton.
mean, how many instances are that? If it's a 1 out of 20, then those are things we won't deal with today because these are like long-term things that we can talk about. But you have to do your due diligence as much as possible. If there's an obstacle, you just work around it. And as far as spots and permissions, you do the best you can.
I just think that you should, I noticed you avoided the use of word God. So
God.
that should be totally avoided in the book distribution, right?
Should we? No, not necessarily. I have another presentation that's shorter and it's more direct. Would you like to see it? Okay, only 3 people. Everyone else cover your eyes and ears.
Yes.
Okay. These are spiritual books meant to wake up love for God. You believe in God, right? We don't sell it. We just ask you a donation. It goes to spread love for God all over the world. That's one of my quickest lines, and I've done it for years, actually. It's a quick, fast line. Spiritual books meant to wake up pure love for God in your heart. We don't... Spiritual books meant to wake up pure love for God within your heart. You believe in God, right? We don't sell it. We just ask for a donation. We use the money to spread love for God all over the world. That's what my God brothers used to call my God line. I used it for years. That's all I'd say.
It could be any God.
God, God. Huh?
Could be any God that person may believe in.
When I meet somebody, now this is a good point because sometimes you meet somebody who recognizes that this isn't for them, right? Books on yoga and meditation shows you how to get free from stress, and he takes one look at the book and he starts handing it back, said, wait a minute, hold on, I'm a Buddhist.
Hindu.
No, say what I say. Wait, hold on, I'm a Buddhist.
Hold on, I'm a Buddhist.
Oh, I'm sorry. And then I say, here, somebody give me a different book.
Just use this book. Just use this one.
Okay. So as soon as I hand the book, books on yoga and meditation shows you got it free from stress, and you say, oh, I'm a Buddhist.
I'm a Buddhist.
Hand it back. Oh, okay, here. These are books for Buddhists. And so the idea is, whatever they say, you accept it. Never try to jam the book back at him. So he says, I'm a Buddhist, I'm a this, I'm a that. And as soon as he says, then you say, oh, okay. Or if they're holding it and say, I'm a Buddhist, and you can tell they're rejecting, don't push back. Just take it away and give them the next book. Perfect. Here, I'll give you this one then. I give you this one then means I'm concluding that I'm giving the book that's better for you. And then you can frame it in another way. There's a video I did that's online in Wales. There happen to be a lot of Arabic-speaking people. In fact, I think some Hindu group picked it up and made it go viral because they said, look, here's an American talking to people who speak Arabic. And so I'd show them the book, and then somebody would say, oh, I believe in Allah or something like that, and I take it back and I give them a more appropriate book, especially one in Arabic. And then I'd frame it. Our understanding is God has many names, so then I just use their nomenclature. Another question?
Okay, if the person you're trying to give the Bhagavad Gita to, and they're sort of like a diehard atheist, so, oh no, sorry, I don't believe in God. You just ask for a donation instead, right?
Actually, Vijay Prabhu, when he meets an atheist, they say, oh, I'm an atheist. They say, he says, oh, okay, this is definitely for you. This is you'd like to know who the competition is, right? Like, actually, that was somebody said, I'm a devil worshiper. And then he said, oh, you'd like to know the competition. In general, if somebody says, I'm a this, I'm a that, these are called upadis. Somebody has a designation. They say, they identify with being an atheist, with being from some belief system. You honor it. Say, oh, atheist. I have some really good friends who are atheists, and they really appreciate this book. It's really good for atheists. One of the best books for atheists. Honor their objection. Yes.
Is there anything different if you're approaching a group of people? Like not
Yeah,
just...
and a group dynamic, what I do is I look for the one that's the most troublesome in the group. Like, say there's 3 people and 2 of them are really nice and they're open, but the other one is agitating for, let's get out of here. I turn to that person and start interacting with them first. I say, oh, I really like your pen. Where'd you get that? Did you go to school here? What'd you study? Fantastic. You must have the brains, right? And then when that person settles down a little bit, because I gave them some attention, then I can turn back to the other 2 and finish the conversation. That's a little more advanced, but you'll learn how to do that in due course of time. Yes?
Hold on.
Few Indians, they donate money, but they don't like to take book. Why? Because they say that we are eating non-veg at the home, my friends drink there, and like we cannot keep books there. So they start like saying this and
What about prasadam? Would they take prasadam?
I don't know.
They might. But if somebody wants to donate, and we can distribute the book for them if they wish. Shamahini? Owarimashita. Hogya. Right? Any other main points? Oh, there was, yeah. Are we ready to go?
We need some time to organize the logistics, but if there's anything else you'd like to add, we can take 3 more minutes.
Okay, let's do a prayer. Because the most important aspect of this, although I've told you a bunch of technical stuff, and some of it will stick, we do have cards you can follow. The reason we're going out is it's the right thing to do. We don't need the money, the numbers, whatever the numbers are, we like to offer them to the Lord, but it's not that important. The main important thing is that we want to feel what Prabhupada felt when he first went out on book distribution by himself. We're going out in a group, so it's easier. How did he feel when he stepped on the Jaladuta by himself? That's what we want to feel, right? Say yes.
Yes.
We want to feel that intrepidness that I'm going out in the world, I don't know what's going to happen, I'm just depending on Krishna. And when we go out with that spirit, we feel purified because we're doing something that Krishna recommends in the Bhagavad Gita, go teach this to other people. So we just do our best. And I'll teach you a little trick so that you can be fearless. Would you like that?
Yes.
Okay. Feel behind your head. There's a little switch back there. Right now you're a human. Don't flip the switch yet. Because when you flip the switch, you're going to turn into an AI robot. AI robots don't have any feelings. I hate to break anybody's bubble, but that's true. They just move around and do whatever they're told. And so when you flip the switch, you're no longer human, you no longer have fear, you no longer have any emotion, you're just going to move and according to the algorithm that's been programmed into you. Are you ready to turn into robots?
Yes.
On 3, we'll flip the switch. 1, 2, 3, flip. Free from fear. Now you can just go out, approach anybody. You don't care if you get rejected. You don't care where you are, who you talk to, because you're an AI robot now. And tonight, when we come back, we'll flip it back on before bhajan night. Okay?
Hare Krishna.
Haribol.
So I'm just going to ask everybody to direct everybody's attention to the screen. We've created a WhatsApp group just for today because I realize some of you are not regular members here at the Toronto Yatra. So please join that WhatsApp group. We're going to share the language cards, the at-a-glance cards, arrangements for where you're going. And there's 4 teams. Right now, we're really closely watching the weather. It's possible that in some minutes it may clear out. So there's going to be 4 teams. Rukmini is going to help me organize everybody. We can give them a couple of minutes till everybody logs in.
They say, I believe in. People forget the greatness of Allah. He's within every heart. He's within every eye. Allah's the greatest. Everyone's forgotten. So what we're doing is spreading love for Allah. Bring people back to the original purpose.
Just a reminder, please don't leave the room. We want to make sure that everyone is assigned. So if you are going outside, which you should all, after you're doing that training, you should all be ready to go outside. We'll ask, once you've scanned, if you can take a seat, and we'll quickly go through logistics as we get ready to go outside. Thank you, Shyama. Again, once you've scanned, if you can take a seat, and we'll quickly go over the logistics, assign your group and your rides as well.
That's okay. Oh, that's really good to know that because it's people of faith like you are keeping the world afloat. Thank you very much for what you're doing. If we have more people like you in the world, it'd be a better place to live. And then move on and try to find a 6. Okay? Yeah, be more selective than trying to convince.
No, people.
The more you're selecting and you move on fast from people, especially in the beginning, if you've learned more about how to deal with, the 5s, then, you can sometimes flip it. But in the beginning, you just want to move fast and keep going past until you get to a 6. And if somebody's going to give you an obstacle, it's like, oh, no problem whatsoever. And just leave them with a really good impression. Try to move fast and just honor.
Okay, we only have one person sitting. Thank you, Shyama. If we can get everybody else, once you've scanned, if you can take a seat, we'll quickly go over logistics, give you your group, go over who you're driving or taking a ride with. All important things to make sure we get outside on time. All right, we got 2 people here so far.
Where do we draw the line?
Should be in position.
Yeah, I tried. Can we take questions after we come back?
We'll spin you around.
They can interpret whatever they want using languages as precise as possible. Think about it.
So they
I'm going to run upstairs.
Dear devotees, please take a seat so Rukmini can organize all of us.
All right. So as you can imagine with these many people, it is going to be a bit hard, but just bear with me. I have a system, a written system, that is very technical, so we're going to try to get through this. So I've put some devotees already in teams. If you don't hear your name, rest assured we are going to still assign you. I just, for the sake of not filling up this page completely and not seeing the names at all, we'll do it afterwards, and I'll just number everybody off. So if you hear your name, and actually if I can also have the leaders, so if I can have Radhamohan Prabhu and Jayanti, or at least one of those people come up. There's Jayanti. Jayanti, if you can come stand over there on that side. Madan Gopinath Prabhu and Sachitanya Prabhu, if you can come over here, just so that people can see who you are and where you are. Param Ganga Prabhu and Manas Prabhu, if you can come over there. And with Radhika Rasika Prabhu, I saw him earlier. If not, oh, there he is. Prabhu, if you can just be over there. Sorry, these are not properly assigned. So again, if you hear your name, if you can just go to that person right now, just so that we can see who's remaining, and then we'll go from there. So with team 1, which is Jayanti and Radhamohan Prabhu, we have Ranchor Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Uddhava Prabhu, Venkatesh Prabhu, Pratik Prabhu, Nandini Radha Mataji, Durlabha Gaur Prabhu, and Jamshid Prabhu. If you can head over there just for now, or in that vicinity, so we just know where you are. Number 2, Madan Gopinath Prabhu and Sachitanya Prabhu. Sure, I'm sorry, I did that very quickly. Ranchor Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Uddhava Prabhu, Venkatesh Prabhu, Pratik Prabhu, Nandini Radha, Durlabha Gaur Prabhu, and Jamshid Prabhu. All right. Number 2 over here with Madan Gopinath Prabhu, we have Abhinav, Devija Mataji, Murli Prabhu, Brihat Mridanga Prabhu, Pavitarenu Mataji, Syama, Jay. Someone gave me this name, but I'm not sure who that is. Jay, okay, perfect, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that way, but Rajalalana Mataji and Veronica will be also at this team, okay? Number 3 with Madan Gopinath Prabhu, Parama Ganga Prabhu and Manas Prabhu, we have Suraj Prabhu, Atma Darshini Mataji and her husband, Matan Prabhu, Aradhana Mataji, which I think, I don't see her here, maybe she's left, Leo, Siddharth Prabhu, Buri Punya Prabhu, and Sudbury team. I just put you all together. It was much more easier that way. That is with Paramaganga Prabhu. Okay, and then the last team, this is the team that's going out door to door. This is Amala Harinam Prabhu, Bigyan Prabhu, and Ramina Mataji, and Devanshi. So it's just a smaller team. So you can go with Radhika Rasika Prabhu. Everybody else who has not, come on and line yourself up over here. We're going to do it kindergarten style. We'll just give you numbers, and you can go to the according number. So again, if you did not Pavitarena Mataji, you are in number 2, so right here. And again, everybody else, can you just line up over here so I can see all of you? If you have a spouse that's already in a team, you're automatically in their team. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to assign more people right now. Ranchor Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu. Sure. Paramaganga Prabhu is just making the point that we'll publish this list on the group, which you've already have assigned yourself to, so you'll see it on there too. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anybody, are you also Prabhu coming? Perfect. Anybody else in the room? This is your last time to join. Anybody else know of anybody else that's supposed to join right now? Going once, twice, third time. All right. So Mataji 1, you're going to go over here. 2, are you with? No, 2 over here. 3, Prabhu, you're going to go over there. I'm going to assign both of you to that team. Yourself over here, Prabhu. And Mataji said 4 on that team for door to door. I don't know yet. Sorry. Yeah, you can all be on this team. Perfect. Actually, yes, you are. I know that it doesn't look even, but that's not really the point. So it's okay. It's not meant to be. All right. So you are in your teams. You now individually know who you're a part of. Hopefully, yes, 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 yes. Look around, know each other's names, get to know each other if you haven't already. We will be telling everybody what site they're going to shortly. But just to go over drivers and seats, and it might still be a work in progress as we try to figure out. I have the following devotees who are driving. If there's anybody else who has space in their car, let me know. So I'm just going to say the names. Anukul Seva Prabhu, Madan Gopinath Prabhu, Paramagranga Prabhu, Murali Prabhu, I saw earlier. Yeah, he has space. Radhamohan Prabhu, Radhika Rasika Prabhu has space in his car. Jamshid Prabhu, somewhere. Okay, that's okay. Durlabha Gaura Prabhu. Okay, well, he said he did. And Rajalalana Mataji. Is there anybody else who has space in their cars that's already going that would like to offer some space? Leo Prabhu, how many spaces do you have in your car? 4, okay. Yeah, they're taken care of. Anybody else who has space in their car, taking their car, would like to take their car? I sound like an auctioneer. Anybody going once, twice, 3 times? All right. Okay, so, yeah, you're taken care of. You're good, Prabhu. So in team 1, Jamshid Prabhu, who I don't see here, but he said he is going out. He is one of the drivers. And Nityananda Prabhu and Radhamohan Prabhu. So your team should be sorted out as far as rides go, but we'll figure out in case there is anything. Team 2, Madan Gopinath Prabhu, Rajalalana Mataji, and Murli Prabhu. I think between the 3 of you, we should be able to take care of rides. If there's not anybody, if you can just see if there, yourself, Rajalalana Mataji, and Murli Prabhu. So Madan Gopinath Prabhu, if you can figure out how many are remaining without, who can't fit in those cars. Same with, between Radhamohan Prabhu and Jayanti, if you can figure out how many seats you still need, and then I'll figure out who can be assigned. And team 3, so, sorry, before you go into that, Paramagranga Prabhu and Leo, and I know Sudbury is taken care of. So if between those 3 cars, if you can figure out how many seats you still need, I have more drivers. You have more drivers? Yes, but just figure out how many more seats I need. We're just figuring out the exact locations. I already heard a question about parking. We will figure it out as we get there so that you guys can park safely and hopefully for free, but if not, we'll figure out payments as well. No, let me ask. Again, we'll just strongly advise everybody to stay here just so that we can get all the information out. There's a point about contingency plan if it starts to rain. Take umbrellas with you. I think the best thing is to obviously make sure that the books remain dry, and then also if you can find a covering, nearby covering that all devotees can come underneath, and if you can just also let everybody know on the WhatsApp group so that we can try to figure out a different plan accordingly. So hot off the press, everybody, we're going to 280 Wellesley Street. So again, we're going to 280 Wellesley Street. I'm not sure east or west yet, but there are many buildings in that area, so all team east, thank you. 280 Wellesley Street East. So you can put that in your GPS, in your notes. We'll put it on the WhatsApp group as well. We're all going to be heading, so all three teams except for Radhika Raskar Prabhu's team, that's going door to door, or sorry, store to store. Everybody else, we're going to go to 280 Wellesley Street. So team 1, 2, and 3, we're going there, and then we'll assign buildings there as there's many buildings in that area. So again, 280 Wellesley Street East.
मैं किधर जा रहा हूँ?
280 Wellesley, everybody's going 280.
Hare Krishna. One quick update is that we have, in terms of the number of books packed, Sachitanya Prabhu has packed, so 10 bags, easy to take, of English books, okay? So those 10 will be divided among the 3 locations, as well as the foreign language books are separate. So there are 4 bags of foreign language books, like if you need an Arabic. So don't start looking and mixing bags. So 10 bags of English books, 4 bags of foreign language books. That's my point. Prabhu, foreign includes Indian? Okay, Indian and foreign languages and English. So non-English, 4 bags of non-English books, 10 bags of English books. This is for your convenience because it's very hard to find a Spanish book, so you don't have to look into every bag. Go for the 4 non-English book bags, okay? Because, right, foreign language we meet once in a while, Persian, Arabic, Spanish, Hindi, Gujarati, then please go for those 4. Maybe one of the devotee can manage just the foreign language or the non-English bag, and everything else is English. So that's a good idea. Thank you, Sachitanya Prabhu.
All right, so if you have your phones out, put a timer on for 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes to get ready, go to the bathroom, wash your face, whatever you need to do to get ready, and please meet outside on the sidewalk. We'll right away get the cars ready to go. So again, drivers, if you are driving, I think you have to put your timer on for 8 minutes so you have enough time to go get your car, and we'll start packing people in. Oh, you're with this team. So again, 10 minutes, Prabhus and Matajis. You have 10 minutes to get ready and come on outside. And again, if you have any concerns, if you're not sure where to go, if you feel like your team has already left, please message on the group or see one of us and we can help you get a ride. Hare Krishna. 10 minutes. And if you're worried about prasadam, don't worry. We